record is going. So just give it 3 more seconds. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras. Guten Abend, buonasera, good evening, dobre večer, dobre večer. Buenas noches, good kveld, kalispera, shalom. Jo estet kivanak, grüezi, grüß Gott. Ni hao, xin chao, konnichiwa, annyeong. And here we go. It is the second semi-final of tonight's Competo 2v2 Cup. It is Team Ash against Team Empire, and Team Ash is represented by Stoic and his ally Kilver. So we have a Protoss and a Terran, and on the north side here on the map High Orbit we have Team Empire represented by Qbert and his ally Aristeo. So we got a Zerg and a Terran against a Terran and a Protoss. So this map is built for some intense action. If you want to expand, you have to expand outside of your comfort zone. The south team here on the bottom right, the northern team here on the top left. We've got 4 Zelnaga watchtowers, we got this one backdoor entrance, and if you want to move from this one backdoor entrance to the main entrance, you in the base only have to take 5 seconds, but if you're outside of the base you actually have to take like 40 to 50 seconds to reach one ramp and another ramp. So we see Kilver going here for the wall off, Stoic going for the wall off as well. This is the first big difference we see, for example, like as the brothers were playing against Team Howard. And the winner of those two teams, it will be a best of 3, the winner of those two teams will face Team Howard here in the finals. But Team Ash against Team Empire could very well be the finals as well. So there we see the orbital command is finishing for Qbert. He's going for the barracks, and as we saw already a couple of games of Qbert and Aristeo, Qbert really likes to get out some marines, and he stole this probe. He is doing a good job by Kilver. He likes to get out some marines, then get a factory up with a reactor, but looks like this time he's not going for the Hellions, maybe because of the fact that he cannot expand anytime soon, but he's going for the tech lab on the first barracks, going for the second barracks there as well, and he is Aristeo, his teammate, is going for an extractor steal. He's got his overlord here in position to see if there are any workers going here for the bottom right area to expand. On the other hand, this is a very dangerous overlord position here by Aristeo. And by the way, I finally fixed this. I'm not accidentally zooming in anymore. I can scroll as much as I want with my mouse wheel, so finally fixed that. And Qbert actually going for a bunker here at the front. We have this overload by Aristeo checking what's going on with the destructible debris. And we got the pylon here by Kilver to see what's going on with the destructible debris. And those are actually 2v2 teams really knowing what's going on, really experienced, really in the zone. So I'm really curious how good those guys will play, and hoping for some macro 2v2 games. But especially considering the map layout, there are not too many maps where we can see a really long-lasting 2v2 macro game, but High Orbit, this map which we are playing on right now, is one of those maps for sure. And we got a triple barracks here by Qbert, 1 with a reactor, 2 with a reactor, and 1 with a tech lab. There we see in 50 seconds the stim pack will be finished. What is Aristeo doing? He's finished with the lair already and going for the infestation pit right away. So looks like once again it will be this roach infestor play which we already saw. And there we see the infestation pit just finished, and he's got already enough resources to go for the pathogen glands, this energy upgrade for the infestors, but he decided to go for the infestors right away before this upgrade is finished. Maybe on one base you do not have enough energy. Nice scan timing here by Team Ash. There we see he knows exactly what's going on. He sees the lair, he knows he's on one base, and there the infestation pit is up as well. So those two guys know what's coming up and what's a good way to deal with those forces. Siege tanks, of course, are a very good idea. What else can we do? And by the way, this is teamwork once again. The Terran player building the missile turrets for the Protoss player for his ally, so they will be safe against possible Banshee Harris, against possible Muta Harris, and this is just well played. Can you build me some turrets in my base? Sure thing, no problem. And especially considering that when a Protoss and a Terran player play together, it's easy to build buildings in your ally's base. For example, this pylon here by Kilver is not only allowing him to warp in some units on the low ground to go for an attack, but he also can warp in some units on the high ground to help out his ally if he's getting attacked by too many units. So there we see Kilver checking the Zelnaga watchtower, building another pylon, and with this pylon he can build warp in units on the low ground and on the high ground as well. And there we see this roach by Aristeo. He is at the Zelnaga watchtower. He was attacking the Destructible Debris to go for the gold. And now, we should see some nice fungal growth here. First nice fungal growth on some Marines and the Siege Tank. Second here on the Zealots. So the Zealots were not able to do some damage. Now the tanks by Stoic are sieged up. And they're just not overextending themselves. They're just playing it calmly. And of course, in 2v2 you have to watch out that you don't get flanked against one. But nice job here by Cubit and Aristeo moving out, taking out those siege tanks as fast as possible, and those two siege tanks were catched off guard, and Cubit and Aristeo were moving out as soon as those two siege tanks were not sieged up, so doing a good job taking out all of those siege tanks. Meanwhile, just not suffering too many losses, so Ash needs to watch out. And we see Stoic going for the command center, not even building the command center in his own base to fly it over there. Hexlo is building it there. And what about this overload here by Aristeo? Did he actually spot this? And Aristeo, let me check, he is number 4, so he has no idea about it at the moment. So now Stoic and Kilver are on the Zelnaga watchtower as well, building a missile turret right away, so it looks like those two guys want to go for the long run. Destructive Debris will get down pretty soon, and we see Aristeo going for the base here at the top left position. Meanwhile, we see Cubit going for the gold mineral expansion. There's just one probe moving over there, so we see a expansion nexus here by Kilver. The Destructible Debris will be down in a couple of seconds, and do we even see a double expand? It is possible, because as soon as you control the Zelnaga watchtower, it's pretty much easy to control this gold as well. And it will be indeed a double expand here by Kilver. So if Kilver will be able to hold those bases, or if Team Ash in general will be able to hold those bases, especially Kilver will be such in a good position, and not only going for the Nexus right now, going also for the Twilight Council, but he's not going for the double expand. He actually cancelled this Nexus here, so this is interesting. And we take a look at the tech path, for example, for Aristeo, we see he is going for Aspire somewhere. Oh, he went for a Spire here, and then he cancelled the Spire. The Phoenix, the hallucinated Phoenix, was flying over there once again. So he knows about the space, so no need to hide the Spire, and that's why Aristeo cancelled the Spire and built this in his own main base. What is Cubit doing? Cubit is having 3 barracks, he's having 1 factory and 1 starport, so Cubit going exclusively for the by the book play regarding the Terran being on 2 bases, because a 3 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport is absolutely common for a Terran on 2 bases. Even though Cubit might be on the gold, it's still okay to go for that. So the Nexus here at the gold for Kilver will be finished pretty soon. And to be honest, I thought he should have gone for the double expand. I mean, why not risk it, because they suffered some losses in the early game, so why not play a little bit more risky, because if it's in the end it pays off, it should be good. So there we see a scan by the Empire guys, and the Empire guys not moving out. As we saw the last game on Tassonis Assault, I think it was, by the way, some Hellions want to go in, and nice infestor play. Boom! Fungal Growth denying those Hellions from doing any damage at all. Very, very well played. Let's take a look. And the Infernal Flamethrower is not upgraded with the Infernal Pre-Igniter. Now Aristeo is going for some Mutas, because the Spire is finished here. He's got 9 Mutas en route, going for the plus run right now, just getting more drones. And I would have expected Aristeo to go for the expand here at the center location, at the top left location as well. And indeed he is doing this. I am really happy. I still got my 2v2 timings in me, when to expand once again. And Marine just got taken out here at the Xel'Naga Watchtower, so no more vision for those guys. So another Marine, oh no, it's the Zergling for Aristeo here at this center Xel'Naga Watchtower. And the left side, so the creep spread is continuing very much so here in this area. Hellions just checking for any hidden expansions. Now the Destructible Debris is still there. Meanwhile, Cubit going for the another expansion at the 9 o'clock, and this is just a 2v2 macro fest. And like I said, High Orbit is one of the maps where you can go for the macro fest, and this is absolutely true. But Stoic now sieging up with the siege tanks here at the gold, and with all those siege tanks he knows this map, he knows where he can attack. He's preventing any mining from happening right now, but the Mutas should arrive there pretty soon. And here they are, taking out tank number 1, tank number 2, tank number 3. So when we take a look at the harvester count, we see both guys are in their mid-40s regarding the harvester count, so this is pretty even. The supply is telling us that the Empire guys are actually at 250 supply, meanwhile we only have a 220 supply for Team Ash, so a slight supply lead here for the Empire guys, even though I think the army composition of the Ash guys is a little bit better. How many siege tanks does he have? So he's got 12 siege tanks here and 11 Hellions, but does he have the Blue Flame Hellion upgrade already finished? Does he even research it? No, he does not. Did not even start it. So that's a big mistake in my opinion, because the Hellions with the Blue Flame are a good unit to have against Marines and Zerglings, for example. I always and once again Aristeo is showing us how it is done with the Infestors, fungal growthing those Hellions. Once again it looks like the Cubit is now going for the counter attack here with the siege tanks, and because of the fact that you actually have to walk quite a long path with your ground units. And now the Mutas are in, killing all the drones. This hurts so much if you're the Protoss player, but it feels so good if you're the Zerg player actually. And because of the fact that he has this Mutas to protect the siege tanks via air, and he has the rest of his forces to protect the siege tanks via ground, this is actually a smart move. But now Stoic and his ally are moving out and taking out the Planetary Fortress, the Orbital Command here at the Goldman expansion. Mutas now clearing up the remaining siege tanks. Meanwhile, the counter push is now happening here by Cubit. Still Marines and Marauders now taking out the Nexus at the gold as well. So both guys are nearly at the same amount of bases, but all those forces are obliterated in this push here at the gold mineral expansion, so the counter attack by Cubit with just so many more Marines and Marauders, and the sheer amount of Mutas here by Aristeo was just too much to handle for Team Ash. So Team Empire, the favorites, going up 1-0 against here in this Competo 2v2 Cup against Team Ash. So game number 2 coming up pretty soon, and now I'm curious what Team Ash decides to play for a map. I can expect Tempest might be a map choice, Tesonus Assault, or even the best 2v2 map of all time, Twilight Fortress.